Welcome back everyone, Phoenix 3 here, and this here is just going to be a follow-up Pokken Tournament video because over the last couple of days I've really been just looking on how people took to Charizard and Weavile being put in the game because I just really wanted to see if anybody shared the same opinions that I did on any of the Pokemon, and the reception of these two have been pretty good, but also really bad on the side of Charizard. And I do get the reason why people feel this way. And I've been seeing similar posts across other websites. So I figure I'll just talk about it. Everybody, they like the fact that Charizard's in the game, but at the same time, they don't like the fact that Charizard's in the game. They feel he is just way too overused when it comes to certain stuff like this. And the fact that his Mega is Charizard X rather than Charizard Y also kind of proves that. I would have loved to see Charizard Y, or maybe have an option where you can choose between the two, but I think for purposes of this game, it's only going to be Charizard X. And a lot of the comments are just basically saying is like, I expected Charizard to be in a game, but I would have rather have another fire starter. And I agree with that. We've seen Blaziken as the potential fire starter. We really don't know if it's going to be in the game because we haven't seen anything about it since. They could possibly be saving it for the actual reveal of the game because the game is going to be releasing in arcades in what, 5 days, I think, 5 or 6 days in Japanese arcades, and we might see it there. But people really don't care to see Charizard anymore. It's like when it comes to like hate between Charizard versus Pikachu, you don't ever see any hate towards Pikachu. It's like, yeah, everybody says Pikachu is overrated, and I do agree with that. And some people say, well, Charizard is just overloved. And it's like, I kind of agree with that, but I think it's different in Charizard's case. I really don't know how to explain it though. Like people are glad Charizard is in the game, but at the same time, everybody's like, really, Charizard again? And that's kind of the way that I feel here. It's like, in Smash Brawl, when Charizard was just like one of the three Pokemon that the Pokemon trainer had, it's like, it'd be cool if Charizard had his own character slot and do stuff like that. Everybody else, when they saw the Pokemon trainer, they was like, maybe he has these Pokemon here. But no, they pretty much just threw red in the game. And they say, here, give him a Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard and be done with it. Smash 4 comes out, Charizard is his own move slot. He's, you know, Charizard for the most part. And it's like, why can't we get some other Pokemon in Smash? And I think the way they should have handled that was just put Pokemon in Smash from the newer generations. Like instead of Lucario, have Zoroark in the game. Instead of Charizard, have you know where I'm getting at with this. But it's like it's always a recurring theme that there's always going to be Charizard in the game, or in any game. There's always going to be Pikachu in the game. I don't even know where Lucario's popularity came from, but the fact that it had a movie helped. Same with Zoroark. The fact that it had a movie helped. I just think people prefer Lucario over Zoroark. But this is not even about Lucario. And you know what? I think it is about Lucario too. Like people are just tired of seeing the overused Pokemon. Like I see a lot of comments. It's like, really, 3 of the 8 Pokemon revealed are already in Smash? Are you kidding me? And if we look at it again, Greninja has a possibility to be in the game for the final release because and I'll say it's a perfect rep for Gen 6. So if Greninja is in the game, 4 of the 8 characters in this game will be in Smash, and if Mewtwo makes it in, which people think is a very strong possibility, that will be 5 out of 8 characters in this game on Smash. The entire Smash Pokemon roster is in Pokken Tournament, and everybody's saying it's like, would it kill them to put in other popular Pokemon that people like. And the list of popular Pokemon, it goes a long way. It's huge. But basically everybody's tired of seeing the exact same Pokemon used in everything. It's like, man, we got Lucario, we got Pikachu. Why did they put Charizard in this game? It's like, oh, did they really put Greninja in? It's like, these are the comments that are going around. People are tired of seeing it. And I do feel, since this is a Pokemon, a dedicated Pokemon fighting game, that people would be a little more willing to forgive the fact that they're putting in the overused Pokemon. But that's simply not the case. People are legitimately disappointed at the Pokemon choice that they have. Like, the only Pokemon in the game that people have no problem with whatsoever was Machamp, Suicune, and Weavile. People adore Weavile in this game, and the way they portrayed it, like, it's like, it's about time they put in another well-known Pokemon that is also kind of not seen in the Pokemon spotlight. Like, I personally think Sneasel would have had the slot because I thought Sneasel was way more popular than Weavile. But I mean, this is a pretty good decision when they put that Pokemon in the game, just because of the fact that you don't see it all the time, and it's a chance for other Pokemon that you don't see all the time to finally have a chance to shine. And I feel when the first picks that they always go to is like, Charizard, Lucario, and Pikachu, possibly Greninja and Mewtwo. Those are already five slots that could have went to other well-known Pokemon, other Pokemon that are trying to get in the spotlight but don't have the chance because they're completely overshadowed by, well, we gotta have Charizard, we gotta have Pikachu, and we have to have Lucario. It's like, I want to see them look past this, just because Pokemon is such a delicate franchise. I know this is being made by the developers of Tekken, but the point that I'm getting at is, and as well as the other community from what I can tell, is that this isn't like a traditional fighting game where in the Tekken universe you're going to have Jin, you're going to have Heihachi, you're going to have Kazuya, you're going to have just these staple characters in every single game. Because the Tekken character roster, they have a pretty decent sized roster, about like 50, 51 characters, I think, and they can always add new characters to the game. They can always remove characters from the series because Tekken isn't this universe where you have to have the same characters all the time. Characters come and go. Just like in any other tournament, somebody might show up one year for the tournament, they might not show up the next year for the tournament. And Tekken has just kind of been one of those games. But Pokemon is a game where it's community driven. You're not going to ever see a dedicated, Pokemon fighting game without it being some kind of something in an environment for the most part. Like, if you look at the stage that had the ranch on it, like, you see a bunch of Pidgeys everywhere. You see the Burmese. You see, I think there's even Zangu sitting on the bench. Like, you see all this other life. So these Pokemon are in in the forefront. Like, it won't be surprising to see somebody have a Pidgeot in this universe because of the sheer amount of Pidgeys that were everywhere. Like, it won't be surprising to see somebody not have a Wormadam just because you see a bunch of them everywhere. And this is just kind of what this game here is. You can see any possible Pokemon at any possible point in time. And I want to see them play to the strengths of Pokemon rather than just, well, we have to have this because it's popular. Like, I feel Pikachu was shoehorned in. I feel Charizard was shoehorned in. But of course, you can't have a Pokemon spin-off without including these Pokemon in it. And that's the kind of the thing that I want to break. Because I feel this game feels more natural in terms of a Pokemon like Machamp. I feel this game feels more natural in terms of Pokemon like, I mean, even Weavile. Like, Like looking at the character roster right now, the entire game feels horribly humanoid for the most part. With the exception being Suicune, of course. You know, 7 of the 8 characters are human shaped for the most part. And that's kind of worrisome because I do want to see some other Pokemon, but that's going to go into another video. But this one here is just to talk about, how the community took to Weavile and Charizard. Weavile was met with praise. Like, I haven't heard any bad thing about Weavile. As a matter of fact, the only negative post that I saw towards Weavile was the guy saying, well, I thought Sneasel was popular, but I guess not. I mean, that's literally it. Everybody loves Weavile. Everybody loves the way that Weavile was portrayed. The Weavile fans, they just rejoiced over this. They was like, oh my god, I never thought this would happen. So I'm glad to see other Pokemon taking the spotlight here instead of some of the more popular ones. But so far, the roster is complete fan service, without the exception of like something like Suicune, of course. Because I can't imagine why they would choose Suicune over a Pokemon like Vaporeon, but I'm not opposed to having Suicune in the game. I think it's a perfect choice, and I'm saying, hey, we can put characters in the game that aren't human shaped and have them still work. But when I'm looking at the rest of the character reveals, the rest of them are human shaped, so I would like to see some of them more. But I'm gonna save that for another video, I guess, like I said before. So, to sum it up, because this one here is running a little bit long, people don't really care if Charizard was in the game one way or another. Everybody knew he was going to be in the game. I guess it was more of when are they going to show him type deal. And then they showed him. People was like, yeah, I already knew it. I knew Charizard was going to be in the game too. I didn't want him to be revealed this early because I was hoping to see some other Pokemon take the spotlight. But Weavile was just met with praise. Everybody loved it. They loved the way he was portrayed. And I won't be surprised if Weavile doesn't get any more followers just based on this reveal. So that's all I have to say here. I just wanted to just kind of share what the community thought of this reveal. And if you guys do like this video, then please subscribe to my channel. It ain't gonna take more than a couple of seconds to do that. Just that big red button right there. This is just that's at the bottom of the video. It says subscribe on it. You can click that. That'd be very helpful. And you can click that like button too if you like this video, or you can click the dislike button if you don't like the video. It doesn't really matter to me. Just the more likes that this video get and stuff like that, it'll get more views, and maybe the developers will see it and they could kind of just take the hint that I'm trying to drop on them, add other Pokemon that aren't Pikachu and Charizard. And hope to see you guys in the next video. See you later.